Spin this extra wild shard. Play a diamond out. Trip the turn. Corpse Fly is really annoying against us. It's a 2-1 that makes us discard when it comes into play. So it's pressure, and we can't just like bounce it or kill it without getting 2 for 1. The PvE aspect of the game is completely free to play. I think I'm gonna time ripple this. Yeah, I'm gonna time ripple my Stargazer. You can find links to getting started with Hex below the stream. So this makes our Stargazer cost 1 more, but we got to save it from the kill, so that's good for us. His hand must just be a lot of removal if he's spending it on a Stargazer. Either that or he recognizes how much value we're getting out of it. And play her back out. That being said, like, the constructed decks in this game are not that expensive. Like, this deck that I'm playing here is less than 50 USD to buy outright. There's competitive decks that start like as low as like $30 in range all the way up into like the 300 range, but you know, you can choose how much or how little you put into it. Angel of Dawn's pretty strong. So we need to find some interaction here soon. Otherwise he's got 6 power and we're going to get beat down pretty quickly. Alright, we found Crow Feather. I think I'm going to loot first, because if I find a removal spell, I want to kill the Angel of Dawn or bounce it with like a time ripple. We found Thunderfield Seer. I'm going to bin this extra. I guess I'm going to bin the Crow Feather, actually, because I want these 2 shards so we can play Windsinger next turn. Yeah, the EVN tournaments is pretty more than reasonable. If he taps out again this turn, or just doesn't have a kill spell, Windsinger can take over a game pretty quickly. It's a 4/6 that replenishes our resources on their turn as well, and whenever they draw a card, we draw a card. So it's just like our top-end bomb, basically. That being said, we are dead in 3 here, but we can gain some life with Stargazer. He has another Angel. Alright, well, if he doesn't have a kill, maybe we can pull this out with Windsinger. Well, we're going to play this, play Windsinger, and hope for the best. So we're dead in 2 here. We draw a card and he draws a card. That card's not very good. No, this guy is only 2 colors. He's only... this is poop soup. So we're going to 1 here. It's Seedborn Muse plus Consecrated Sphinx. That is exactly what it is. So we need to find 3... I really wish I had the Sweeper in my deck right now. So we need like a bunch of gas draws. An Arcane Focus that's prophesized, so this draws an extra card because of Thunderfield's here. So let's start with that. I guess we'll take Lanu Paw. We need something to answer the flyers. Pride's Fall, that answers one of them. So we can play Wild Shard out. We can Pride's Fall one of these. We can play Lanu Paw. And then we've got 2 draws to find 2 answers, basically. So things aren't looking great for us, but we have outs here. If both the top cards of our deck right now are gas, we could make it. I guess I'm going to put this Pride's Fall back into my deck, because if we draw that, that's one of the answers we need. So we need Time Ripple plus Removal Spell here. And 2 draws. We get a draw when he draws, then we get a loot with Stargazer. And that, unfortunately, does not do anything, so... Oh, this can gain flying too, right? Yeah, okay, so we're just super dead. Yeah. I'd like to concede. Seeing how that game played out, I don't really want the Nature's Reigns in my deck. I think I'd rather just have another piece of interaction. I think I'm going to put the Brown Fox Scout back in. He's pretty good on the play. Just like more pressure. Yeah, it's like the latter of what you described. You can just cast any amount of cards that you meet all of the threshold requirements for all of those cards. So, like, if you have 4 total resources and 2 sapphire and 2 wild, you could cast 4 things that each take 1 sapphire because you meet the requirement, the minimal threshold count for all of those. I'd like to play first.
Holy crap!
What happened?
I'm here now.
I'll be right back.
It's huge. Look at it. That is gigantic. Here, no, don't use the toy.
Stop, I'm losing it. Stop it.
Here. Jeffrey, go wash that now and pick that up. That's disgusting.
Let me finish my game and then I'll do it. Instead, okay?
It's bleeding on the carpet.
Alright, this hand's good. I'm going to keep it. It was, in fact, a bug.
It's not a bug. It's a gigantic spider. Practically the size of my fist.
I did my husbandly duty, and I found a lid to a container, and I crushed the spider with it.
There's spider guts on this now. You're cleaning that up.
I will clean up the spider guts. So we have Time Ripple on 2 into Counter Magic on 3. So that's not too terrible. So he is technically correct. Spiders are not bugs. Yep. So if he has the Corpse Fly on 3, we can Counter Magic it, which is good. Another Time Ripple's not bad. So normally boomerang effects like this aren't playable in controlled type decks like this, but this deck generates so much card advantage from its champion ability that you can actually get away with playing them. So this is the card that stops us from casting cards on his turn, so we're going to have to counter magic that, otherwise we're not counter magicking anything, basically. Hopefully we find an Arcane Focus or an Oracle Song here so we can activate Winter Moon this turn. Alright, Thunderfield Seer. Play this, get a diamond. So this card makes the next card in our next action in our deck draw an additional card when we cast it. Corpse Fly here is going to be pretty frustrating. We're going to have to lose probably the Bluegrass. Inquisition. Sure. You get a Time Ripple. So Oracle Song is the card we're looking for. Just draw 2. Another resource. Sure. Let's look at another Wild. We only actually need double Wild, double Sapphire. We don't have any threshold requirements other than those, so shuffle these back into your deck. It is a Delver-esque type deck. It's a tempo deck. It plays threats and counter magic and disruption. So I think Delver would be the closest thing you could equate it to. We don't have like an efficient 1-cost threat really, but it's a little bit more on the controlling side of control tempo for sure. When this enter plays, each opponent chooses pain or suffering. So pain. Okay, so we're just going to let this resolve, and then we're going to choose pain. And, oh, I can't even respond to that. That's annoying. So we're going to Time Ripple this, because it gets it out of play. Hopefully we untap and draw, like, Windsinger here. That would be hot. Or Oracle Song, or Counter Magic. Hey, look, Windsinger. Sweet. So if he has a kill, he can kill Windsinger before he draws during his ready step, but if he doesn't have a kill right off the bat, this card could take over the game very easily. Get to attack for 1 here, see how it goes. Yeah, Windsinger's drawing cards. Don't Extinction me, don't do it. Don't do it, have a heart. Have a heart, all we've done is draw shards this game. Inquisition, we got nothing. Big fat nothing. Now kill Windsinger? Maybe he just didn't know. Yeah, he must not have known that he could kill during his ready step. That's fine with me. Oracle Song. Alright, Time Ripple, that's this draw card. It's pretty good. I'm gonna put these two back into my deck. So I'm going to ship for 1 here, and I think I'm actually going to time ripple my own card and then replay it, since this draws a card. That seems reasonable. Like, time ripple this draws a card, and then this adds draw a card to the next card in my deck. That was actually a pretty good turn for us. Killipede, sure. And this is the Windsinger that we shuffled back into our deck, because it says when you play this, draw a card. I could time ripple this, but I kind of want to save the time ripple for this, but I guess this could get us to counter magic faster. Oracle Song, not bad. So we're sitting in a pretty good spot this game. Resolve. All the resources. So we'll put Arcane Focus and Time Ripple back into the deck, and then this ability stacks, so the more times we put them into the deck, the more cards they draw next time. So our hand's kind of bad right now, but we're going to get to draw a card on his turn likely, and then we get to draw 2 cards on our next turn, so we're in a pretty good spot. He doesn't have any pressure. This game's a nice break for Magic. The mechanics are sweet, and the gameplay is interesting. That was my problem with Hearthstone. I tried giving Hearthstone a real try, and the gameplay just wasn't super interesting to me. Extinction, sure. So, Windsinger got to draw a card. So we're going to put Windsinger back into the deck again. We're going to put Windsinger and Time Ripple back into the deck. And I think I'm going to go Lanupaw, Thunderfield Seer, cast Oracle Song. So this Prophecy's my top 3 cards. This Prophecy's the next action. And then this draws a bunch of cards. I haven't been looking at the set 4 previews yet. And this action was prophesized by both of these. So not only does it draw an additional card, but it costs 2 less. So this is a 1 mana, or one resource draw 3. And whenever I cast a Prophesied spell, this gets bigger. So even if he has another sweeper here, we've just like gassed back up to a supreme amount. So I'm going to reveal 2 cards at random. I think we're going to take Pain. Hit low? No, hit high. So we got 7 damage out of that. That's pretty good. So we can go Martyr this, and then we can play this Prophesized Crowfeather, which makes this bigger. And then we still have Counter Magic up and can put this Oracle Song and this Martyr back into my deck. Ancestral Recall, we did it. Yep, it was not quick. It was close, though. So now we're going to hit him for 10 here. And we have Counter Magic up, so he's probably just dead. If he has a targeted spot removal for this, like if he plays kill, I'm going to let it resolve because I don't want him to extinction me. Does he have any troops in his discard bin? He does not. All of our troops are Coyotles, which means the Crowfeather just always keeps transitioning through my deck, which is great. Enters play or deals damage to an opponent. You put target troop from an opposing creep into play under your control. I'm going to counter magic. I guess it's 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. If I counter magic it, he just uses his ability to put it into play. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to do that. Yep. And you get a 1/1. Wait, this Prophecy's my deck? It did the animation to my deck. I wonder if it does my deck or his. Yeah, the fact that he could just put it back in with his is put it back into play with his champion ability makes me not want to counter it.